thank you very much for joining us. I'm very, very lucky to be with my good friend Drew from MAQE, not MAC, it's MAQE. I applied for MAQE, I had the interview, and you saw my talent. Okay, so let's imagine this. You've sent me that email and I'm just like, yes, I can get drunk now because I've just got my dream job at MAQE. Well, let's imagine it's 1 week before. So 1 week before I'm about to step through the doors or step on a Zoom call, as whatever it might be. What do you think I should prepare for? What can I do in that week?
Some people ask that as well. So
cool.
What you could do generally, most of the time we don't really pressure you into doing any prep per se, because I think there's actually a lot of information to onboard, and so we prefer to do that in person. In the current climate, that's very difficult. But sometimes, if it's useful, we might send some materials about what they'll be doing in terms of if they're a designer. It might be some specific research on a project that might be up and coming.
Right.
So there's a bit of prep work per se in terms of, so they're familiar with the subject matter. If they're brand new to the company and to their career, usually we'll just do it in person. We don't really sort of make them do any homework before that. We feel like, well, day one is day one.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Day one is Sunday. Okay, tomorrow is the day I start at MAQE. Okay. Now, what would you suggest I prepare the day before to bring to work?
Rest your brain, because day one is quite a drain on the brain, as it were.
Right.
So what generally happens at MAQE on day one is that we let you start late because we're really lazy about starting early. So usually the day starts for us at 10.
Yeah.
Basically, the first hour and a half, you go through an onboarding session with our people facilitator, and what this person does is take the newbie through basically our company culture, a bit of history, and basically staff benefits, and basically setting you up to meet your buddy. And basically, we would arrange to have a buddy to take care of you throughout the first couple of weeks.
Right.
And it's this buddy's sort of remit to take care of you right after that. And usually they'll take you around and then sort of start, after that onboarding session, you'll get introduced to the staff basically, and we'll take you for a tour.
Brilliant. Right. Now, speaking of that first day, you mentioned that you start at 10. So I presume that you have your stand-ups for, say, the first hour of the day and things like that. But what time would you suggest they turn up? If you do start at 10, but what time should they turn up?
Pretty much standard, I think. It's the usual is about 10-15 minutes before. Just
okay.
Time to settle in. Basically, meet who you need to meet, make sure that person's available, and then they'll all be prepped for your arrival. So
that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, so that's really nice.
They'll take you to basically a meeting room and to talk you through the first induction.
Let's say, for example, with designers, how do you onboard them with the design process? Do you show them your start to finish, or would you show them just a part that they might be involved in?
Honestly, I haven't been privy to the more recent onboarding, but I think what's happened is they don't have a slide deck per se, but I think they're taken through the materials. Basically, the designers that get onboarded, usually the team their buddy knows what gaps they might have. And so they'll fill them in on basic processes. But to be honest, I think it's just about, they'll just let them settle in on tools, show the setup that they have, go through general process, just very, very high level, because every project is different, right?
Sure.
Where like we use Figma now. We use was it Envision app? So we put the storyboards together and some of the demos, sort of mocks and prototypes that we do. That goes there. We're starting to use Miro now as well. So that's good for planning and storyboard planning for the project overall. The PMs will use that. So they'll probably get told roughly how that looks like. and the general overall process of how a project is from start to finish.
With that tour, what advice would you give? I mean, obviously we're in Thailand, so people are quite shy with regards to being shown around, but is there anything that they should keep in mind as they're going through meeting everybody, anything like that?
I'd say just relax.
Yeah.
We're about 70 people now, so there's no way in hell you can remember 60, 70 people on the first day. And because we remote work a lot, because we have unlimited remote work, you might just bump into half the team, but even half the team is quite messy with the head. So I think just be open. You'll meet everybody. Everybody's very chilled. Smile, shake hands. It's just a quick introduction. They'll, the people facilitator will just come around and say, look, here's so-and-so, meet our new starter today, who's this person and their role, and it's just a quick hi. There might be some small talk. One, they get to see the people. Two, they get to see the office and get to understand that we're pretty laid back. It's nothing really formal.
Now, that would probably take us lunch for them. First day, they're probably going to be with their buddy, as you said, right? So their buddy will probably take them for lunch.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nothing special there. Usually we'll make sure that they have a buddy or people in the team that they're joining will go make sure to take them out for lunch, basically.
Nice.
To mingle and just relax.
3 things do you not want to see on a first day from a new starter?
Oh, interesting. I think if they weren't serious, if they were disinterested, they were just there for a job, I think that would make me sad.
Yeah.
So that would worry me. And I think maybe the other thing might be if they don't feel like, if they're uncomfortable there.
Right. Yeah.
That would get me. I mean, that shouldn't really happen. We would have sussed it out since the interview, but that would worry me. So lack of interest, that picture of being uncomfortable.
What's your dress code?
Oh, we're relaxed. I mean, it's not really serious. At one point, I sort of had an unwritten rule that, I don't want anyone to wear shorts, but in the end, they do wear shorts, and I'm like, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it doesn't really matter if they're producing.
After that first day, what should they do? If they finish their day at work, what should they do next?
Afterwards, do you mean? I think they should just chill, because there's no point really. I mean, I think some people would probably ponder what they've learned through the day and sort of try and digest that. I think they should be left to do what they need to do to decompress and absorb that day's information, because when you join a new company, I'm sure there's a lot of information that is, 1, new, 2, it could be strange, so it doesn't always fit the way that you've perceived the company would be, right? And so I think adjusting to that, you don't have to force it. I think some people might join us and go, oh, that's weird, why you it's not. I've had people join us that come from a much more regimented company, like a Japanese company, and everything is very prim and proper, and cross your T's, dot your I's kind of thing. And we're so slack. She's this girl was like, God, am I being unproductive? I'm like, no, what you're doing is fine. You don't need to push it anymore.
Right.
You're fine. So when it's crunch time, you'll know.
Okay.
Until then, just relax and enjoy.
Cool. So everybody, have a look at MAQE.com. It's MAQE.com, and you'll find more information about this amazing agency. And I really hope that you apply. And remember all of these great tips from Drew on your first day. So lots of decompressing, lots of chilling, and being a happy person, building happy things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Drew, thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you later.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.